Hey, have you ever caught yourself staring at your phone, heart pounding over a text you haven't even sent yet? Or maybe you're in the middle of a Netflix binge, but your brain's off racing through a million unfinished tasks? If you're nodding along, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into that nagging question. Is my anxiety or ADHD normal? Stick around, because by the end, you'll have the tools to figure out what's just everyday static and what's worth paying attention to. Let's start with anxiety. You know that knot in your stomach before a big presentation? Or the what-if spiral after a tough day at work? That's anxiety in its basic form, a built-in alarm system our brains evolved to keep us safe. Back in the day, it helped our ancestors spot lions in the bushes. Today, it might fire up over traffic jams or social media drama. But here's the thing, normal anxiety comes and goes. It motivates you to prep for that job interview or double-check your locks at night. The trouble starts when it sticks around like an unwelcome house guest, messing with your sleep, relationships, or focus. As psychologist Talia Sager puts it, the key difference between having an anxiety disorder and normal anxiety is the extent of dysfunction and distress it causes. You've probably felt this before, that shift from "I'm a bit nervous" to "I can't shake this dread." And let's be real, in America right now, anxiety is hitting record levels. According to the American Psychological Association's 2024 poll, 43% of adults say they're more anxious than last year, up from 37% in 2023 and 32% in 2022. That's nearly half of us feeling the squeeze. Dig deeper, and the Anxiety and Depression Association of America reports that 19.1% of U.S. adults dealt with an anxiety disorder in the past year alone, with women at 23.4% compared to men's 14.3%. Post-pandemic, it spiked even more thanks to remote work isolation, economic jitters, and that endless scroll of doom on our feeds. Take Sarah, a 28-year-old marketing exec in Chicago. She's always been a worrier, prepping for meetings like her life's on the line. But lately, it's escalated. She's avoiding happy hours because what if I say something dumb? Her sleep's shot, and her productivity's tanking. Sound relatable? That's when normal worry crosses into generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD. Research from the NIH backs this. Anxiety disorders aren't just in your head. They involve real brain chemistry shifts like amped up amygdala activity that hyperalert part of your brain. Now pause for a sec. If you're thinking, "That's me," don't freak out. The good news? Understanding this is the first step to dialing it back. Shifting gears to ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. This one's trickier because it's not just kids bouncing off walls. In adults, it shows up as that constant inner chaos, forgetting keys, jumping from task to task, or feeling like your mind's a browser with 50 tabs open. Normal distractibility? Sure, we all zone out sometimes, especially with notifications pinging every 2 seconds. But ADHD? It's like your brain's executive function. The part that plans, focuses, and filters is on a coffee break. As ADHD expert Frank Coppola says, "I prefer to distinguish ADD as attention abundance disorder. Everything is just so interesting, remarkably at the same time." Love that reframe. It's not a deficit, it's an overflow. But when it disrupts your job, relationships, or daily grind, that's the red flag. Stats-wise, ADHD is on the rise too. A 2023 CDC report found that about 15.5 million U.S. adults, that's 6% of us, have an ADHD diagnosis, and over half were first spotted in adulthood. Why the adult surge? Better awareness, sure, but also modern life. Endless emails, hybrid work, and that TikTok algorithm designed to hijack your focus. The APA notes new diagnoses jumped from 2020 to 2023, reversing a previous dip. Picture Mike, a 35-year-old software developer in Austin. He's brilliant at coding marathons, but bombs at deadlines because his brain's always chasing the next shiny idea. Meetings? Torture. He's fidgeting, interrupting, or mentally checking out. That's classic adult ADHD. Hyperactivity might mellow into restlessness, but inattention and impulsivity stick around. Harvard studies show it's tied to dopamine imbalances, making routine tasks feel like climbing Everest. Here's where it gets interesting. Anxiety and ADHD often crash the same party. CDC data from 2022 reveals that about 4 in 10 kids with ADHD also have anxiety, and it's similar in adults. Why? ADHD's chaos breeds anxiety. Did I forget that bill again? And anxiety amps up distractibility. A 2025 NIH study dives into this comorbidity, linking it to shared genetic factors and brain wiring. But let's zoom out for some deeper insight. In our fast-paced American culture, think hustle culture, FOMO from Instagram, and that 24/7 news cycle, these normal traits get supercharged. Evolutionary psych tells us anxiety kept us alive. ADHD-like traits help hunters spot threats quickly. Today, they're mismatched with desk jobs and screen time. Stanford research from 2025 even uses brain imaging to show how digital overload mimics ADHD symptoms in neurotypical folks. Mind-blowing, right? It's not you, it's the world we've built. So, how do you know if yours is normal? For anxiety, if it's occasional and pushes you forward, cool. But if it's daily, debilitating, and lasts over 6 months, time to chat with a pro. Same for ADHD. If it's been lifelong, impacts multiple areas, and isn't just laziness, spoiler, it's not. Get screened. Practical takeaway? Start small. For anxiety, try grounding techniques like the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Name 5 things you see for you touch, and so on. It yanks you out of the spiral. For ADHD, chunk tasks into 5-minute bursts with timers. Your brain loves wins. And hey, therapy or meds aren't weaknesses, they're tools. Apps like Calm or Focus At will can help too. Wrapping this up, remember, a little anxiety or scattered focus, totally human. But if it's holding you back, you're not broken. You're just wired differently in a world that's not always wired for you. The big takeaway? Self-awareness is power. It lets you turn potential pitfalls into strengths. So, tell me in the comments, what's one sign you've noticed that might not be normal? Hit like if this hit home, subscribe for more psych breakdowns, and reflect, what small step will you take this week? Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.